something happened. And this energy started expanding. There was an intense temperature. Somehow particles got created. We don't know how some particles acquire mass. Particles, antiparticles, and there was a tug of war between them. Annihilation, creation went on. And in this tug of war, somehow, particles won the race. The tiny bit, they won the race. The expansion of energy and particles kept on happening. 3 lakh years passed on. This is when the atoms were created. The whole energy and the whole cosmos, which was expanding, somehow cooled down. And this cooling, over a long period of time, resulted into gravitational force creating stars. Millions and millions of stars. Stars came together, galaxies were created. Millions and millions and billions years passed. There was a galaxy which was created, which we know of today as Milky Way. It has a shape of as if 2 plates have been kept one over the other. And at the edge of this whole Milky Way, there's one tiny little ball which is moving around the center of the Milky Way. But this tiny ball, which is shining, like any other ball that surrounds the center of the Milky Way, they are balls again revolving around this shiny ball. The balls are small, tiny, but much more cooler. There's one special ball which is a different color, and the color is greenish blue. And when you look at this ball, most of it is water. There's a little bit of land. Among the lands, there's a land which is a beautiful nation. Within this nation, there's a small city, very tiny. Within the city, there's a school. And this school is celebrating a special day today. And a bearded man is talking to the young generation. Friends, nature has taken 13.75 billion years to create this moment. Cherish it. Love it. And I assure you, and I'm certain that there is a purpose. And the purpose was very well illustrated in the play we have just seen. seek knowledge. To seek knowledge about the nature. Knowledge, which your play rightly said, is infinite, and therefore we have a responsibility as human beings with the finest form of matter called grey cells. But coming back to the young generation with whom I wanted to interact today, do not accept anything without critically asking questions and critically examining. Do not believe in what I have said just now. Do not believe in what is going to be said after I have finished. Do not believe what is taught to you by your teachers. Critically examine everything. Am I a rabble-rouser? Am I asking you to refuse accepting what your parents and teachers and elders are trying to teach you? No. What I am trying to say is that you have a responsibility to be better than us. You have a responsibility to excel. If you don't do that, the evolutionary process which has gone on for about 14 billion years will stop. It will not evolve. And therefore, you have a responsibility to be better than us. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for such an enlightening talk. It truly is a privilege to have you amongst us. I would like to now invite on stage Chief Guest of Honor, Honorable Justice Manmohan Singh, Special Guest of Honor, Dr. Gohar Raza, the school's chairperson, Mr. S.C. Narangji, and the deputy chairperson, Mr. Rajpal Narangji, on the stage to give away the academic and merit awards for the academic session 2011-12. Honorable Justice Manmohan Singh, may I please request you to present Ashu Goyal with the Certificate of Merit in recognition of academic excellence in Class 10th board exam. He scored a perfect CGPA of 10. As appreciation of his hard work, he is being awarded the Scolaro Work Scholarship, under which his complete education for 1 year has been sponsored by the school. The next award is for Abhishek Gupta, who is also awarded the Certificate of Merit in recognition of academic excellence in Class 10 board exam. He too scored a perfect CGPA of 10. As appreciation of his hard work, I request Abhiraj Dhingra to accept the Laureate Scholarship, which is being awarded to him, under which his education for 1 year will also be sponsored by school. I wish to inform that Abhishek could not make it to the function because there was a demise in his family. I now request our Deputy Chairperson, Mr. Rajpal Narangji, to present Uzma Jaki with the Certificate of Merit for scoring a 10 CGPA in Class 10 board exam. She has brought laurels to the school by qualifying for the Aligarh Muslim University entrance exam for Class 10, where she is currently pursuing her studies in the medical stream. In recognition of her achievement, she is being awarded a cash prize of Rs 5,000. And finally, I request our special guest of honor, Mr. Gohar Raza, to present Diksha Chauhan with the Certificate of Appreciation for outstanding performance in the field of photography. Thank you. That I now introduce our chief guest of honor for the day, Honorable Justice Manmohan Singh. He was sworn as Lokayukt for National Capital Territory of Delhi in 2008. He is the former Chief Justice of High Court of Jammu and Kashmir and was also a judge at High Court of Delhi. Justice Singh is an alumni of St. Stephen's College, Delhi, and he did his Bachelor's of Law from the prestigious Faculty of Law, Delhi University, and postgraduate course in Industrial Law and Labour Relations from Indian Law Institute. He has worked as an advocate both in the High Court of Delhi and Supreme Court of India. He has been a senior panel counsel for the Government of India from the year 1990 to 1995 and has represented the Union of India in a variety of pertinent matters. Justice Singh was also the Vice President of Delhi High Court Bar Association for the years 1990 and 1991. Presently, as Lokayukt, he has been tirelessly working in ridding our nation of corruption at all levels. He has been spearheading the drive for a clean governance by making all public servants, including chief ministers, and MLAs, accountable for their actions and ensuring strict actions against the offenders. His efforts are commendable and highly appreciated by all, for he is like a Masiha for the common man in this fight for justice and truth. Sir, may we have the honor of you addressing today's audience.
Mr. Narang, Chairman of the school, Mr. Rajpal Narang, Vice Chairman, and Mr. Naveen Narang, the Deputy Chairman, Mr. Gohar Raza, our special guest and Chief Scientist from the CSIR, Madam Deepa, the Director of the school, Principal, the doting and loving parents who are here, and my young friends. Before I begin, I must candidly say one thing. I was overwhelmed by the address of Mr. Gohar Raza. It is very rare that you find scientists, of course in his case, he is a playwright, he is a Urdu poet with the flourish of the language and thoughts. It was an ideal combination of a scientific temper. And when Mr. Gohar Raza walked back, I had no hesitation in acknowledging it and telling him that I felt like giving you a standing ovation. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I am not a great orator. I have argued cases in courts, and you have acquired reasonable oratory. Today, while you heard from our special guest the creation and the details of it, today I am going to talk to you of some mundane things which are more practical in life, which we come across day to day. And I think that is because this is what we learn, or I have learned in my profession, sitting over court, viewing people, their lives, their problems, their different perspectives and how they deal with it. And in that background, where we fit in. It is indeed a pleasure to be among so many young students. I am told, and today I have experienced it also, that Maxfort School is unique in many respects. It is stated to be a school with a difference. Its mission, many schools can have a mission, but to see the mission being accomplished is something that I felt today. Is to empower the children with a solid foundation of knowledge, life skills, help them to evolve into socially conscious and responsible citizens. What is important is that the potential of every child and his or her diverse capabilities are sought to be explored. An excellent example is the writing and creation of plays under direction of the theatre director. Children here would not only learn to write scripts, perform and play, but enhance their communication skills, proficiency in acting skills. One thing which all of you would have noticed it also, in all the programs that we saw, my observation is I could not notice, and I tried to find it, there was no element of stage fright in any of the students. And I think this is something, I don't know whether you all will accept it or not, but there are still people who are done very well in life, but you ask them, address a gathering of 500 persons, their hand and feet start shaking, though they know the subject. Stage fright is something like that. It is claimed that learning goes beyond the imprint of words of the book. Equal emphasis is laid on curricular and co-curricular aspects of learning. Theatre, dance, music, sports, arts and crafts, field trips, excursions constitute a part of learning process at Maxfort. It is said that classical and western dances are taught. Skills like skating, taekwondo, basketball, football, yoga, aerobics, cricket, throwball, volleyball and to name all are events which are conducted for all the students. Above all, there is a stay-back program from Monday to Friday where students clear their doubts. This is possible only with a committed and devoted staff. I was told during the interaction with the teachers that the staff here are mostly ladies. Well, I think it's a great move. Normally we hear of complaints of prejudice or gender discrimination by the males. Here I think we can claim otherwise. But I was also pleased to find that during the prize distribution, the rest are yet to come, but between the meritorious ones, it was equally distributed. Let me share this with you. I was at St. Stephen's College. I am the president of the foundation there, so we were distributing the annual day prizes. And at the end of the function, I asked the principal, what is happening? In St. Stephen's, out of the total prizes given, 94 prizes out of 100 went to girls. I said, this is empowerment of women. So the principal told me, look, it is not really in that sense empowerment, but what is happening is, girls are working harder. Boys have other pursuits. So I don't know what is the pursuit here you have. I think all of you are in your teens. Now, education is the best investment any society can make. Few of the comments which I am making are for the benefit of the owner, managers and those who are responsible for running the school. Long time back, Victor Hugo said, "He who opens a school door closes a prison." Great societies and countries never economize on education. While putting education on top priority, Franklin Roosevelt, former American president, said, "School is the last expenditure on which America should be willing to economize." Abraham Lincoln, the 16th president, said, "Philosophy of school room in one generation will be the philosophy of the government in the next." That is, these are the people or the future citizens who are going to take over. As Mr. Raza had also told you, you are our future citizens. Who knows, among you there may be many leaders. So what is important is the values which you imbibe. What shapes your outlook as a citizen of the country? While Mr. Raza had concentrated on satisfying your intellectual curiosity, not letting it be settled by just believing what you hear, but critically examining it, I am talking about your cultivating the right values. A disciplined student would most likely turn into a law-abiding citizen, fruitfully contributing to the society. Here I am reminded of what